When she was coaching me for the Little Mister pageant, I made the mistake of going to Mario Lopez for advice. He was hosting at the time. Anyway, she found out, felt so betrayed, she forgot to double knot my tap shoes and cost me the crown. So...
Hey everyone, I'm Rebecca and welcome to MsMojo. Today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 celebrity name drops on Schitt's Creek.
Do you like this sweater? Jared Leto gave it to me and I've always been on the fence about it.
Every time I did that with a boyfriend, I'd set them off with someone who wasn't a threat. Like Peppa Middleton or Rihanna.
Alexis, this is exciting. We have our very own digital soapbox here. It reminds me of the Nickelodeon pilot I did in which Ashley Tisdale and I played suffragettes. You remember, you go girl.
For this list, we're looking at the most memorable famous people that the Roses claim to have known in their past life. So yeah, Queen Mariah does not count. Did your favorite celebrity make the list? Be sure to let us know about it in the comments. All right, let's get into it. Number 10, Mary-Kate Olsen.
You know what, I'm tired of running. I'll go quietly.
Oh, I don't use handcuffs, Miss Ryan. Just brains.
In the pilot episode, the Rose family experiences a big shock when they lose all their money. The biggest blow, however, comes when they move to Schitt's Creek. Alexis outright refuses to believe that she actually has to stay here. She's convinced her boyfriend Stavros is coming to get her, just as soon as one half of the Olsen twins gives him back his ride.
Stavros is flying in to get me, I told you that.
What do you mean Stavros is coming? What do you mean? When is he doing that?
Whenever stupid Mary-Kate stops hogging his plane.
Of course, that doesn't quite work out, and instead, he ditches her to go party with another star, Diddy.
He said that he doesn't have time to come and get me because he already RSVP'd to Diddy's white party. And he doesn't have time to do both, but I was supposed to be his date to the white party.
The series really sets the tone right off the bat with these name drops. Yes, the Roses come from an elite circle, one that has completely abandoned her.
Is it still cute
You're
or
a
is it...
dick, David.
Oh, I'm a dick. Okay, did I dump you for a party?
Number 9, Prince Harry. Alexis mentions her connection to this member of the royal family more than once.
Boo.
She and Prince Harry clearly had some crazy adventures together. First, when she accompanies David to a meeting with Wendy and some lawyers, Alexis brings up how he trusted her with his life.
I know that we just met, but if Prince Harry trusted me with his life, then I think you can too.
And considering he's one of Britain's most important figures, that's really saying something. Then, a season later, she reveals that they used to party a lot together, and that there were even rumors about her marrying into the royal family.
My friends used to call me Marie, and that was mainly because I was casually seeing Prince Harry, so there was the whole is she gonna be a princess thing? But it's also because we were going through this very dark phase where we were just partying too hard.
We can only imagine the kind of trouble Alexis and Prince Harry got into back in the day. But the real question is, did she meet the Queen?
You know, being approachable isn't that important anyway. The Queen hasn't smiled since the 70s and her birthdays are still very well attended.
Number 8, Goldie Hawn.
A year ago, we had a staff of 25 working the grounds of our home. And now we walk by a mattress on the side of the road without thinking twice about it.
Well, the good news is that mattress is covering up a cracked toilet seat.
We've all had words of wisdom imparted to us by people we hold dear. For many of us, these can become a guiding principle for the way we live our lives. If you're film and television's Moira Rose, the source of that advice just happens to be legendary actress Goldie Hawn.
I don't belong here. I feel it. Don't you think I feel it?
As Moira laments the state of the town, with its lack of greenery and abundance of sidewalk trash, she recalls the advice she received from Goldie.
John, do you remember what Goldie Hawn told us at that Amphar dinner? You are the life you accept for yourself. Those are Goldie's words. Or something someone said to her in India. Or perhaps she read it.
According to the star, you have to take charge of your life and do something about the parts you don't like. These priceless words actually prompt Moira to take her complaints to the town council to demand change. And hilarity ensues.
I deserve better. We deserve better. A baby born in a prison cell does not know that a toilet should not be in the same room as its bed, but we do.
Number 7, Kate Winslet and Billy Zane. When David and Patrick are trying to book a venue for their wedding, Alexis's availability is a big consideration. The only date they can afford is in a month, which is a problem considering she thinks her flight to the Galapagos leaves in a few hours. In other words, she would miss the wedding.
I once dated someone who left me for a stuffed animal. I'm not having my big day big day compromised because Alexis wanted to chill in a tankini for 6 months.
Except it turns out she actually confused the date and month on her ticket and isn't leaving yet.
No, it says right here, 0708.
Yeah, but it's day before month, so you're not leaving on July 8th, you're leaving on August 7th.
What?
Funnily enough, David points out that this isn't the first time she made that mistake. Apparently, she missed Kate Winslet's wedding for the same reason.
You mixed up the day and the month on your ticket again, didn't you?
No.
Like that time you showed up to Kate Winslet's wedding a month late.
The calligraphy was hard to read, and Billy Zane also did the same thing, David.
Unbelievable.
But hey, in her defense, actor Billy Zane made the same mistake.
Because I will not be made out of fool, Rose. Is this in any way unclear?
No.
Number 6, Jared Leto. Jared Leto is famous for his work as an award-winning actor and as the frontman for 30 Seconds to Mars. Well, now you can add giver of bold sweaters to that list.
Do you like this sweater? Jared Leto gave it to me and I've always been on the fence about it.
And also, apparently, Alexis Rose's first kiss. When David is on the fence about his sweater, he asks for Alexis's opinion after letting her know it was gifted to him by Leto. In response, she casually mentions the romantic connection the two shared.
I mean, I like it because Jared Leto gave it to you and he was my first kiss, but I don't know if I like it.
She never quite gives her brother a straight answer about his sweater, though. Is it actually nice, or does its appeal lie in the fact that Jared Leto picked it out? It's probably a bit of both, but we'd say it's a pretty stylish piece.
Do you like this sweater?
Honestly, while I admire your courage, when it comes to fashion, I'm just not the best person to ask.
Number 5, Elton John. When David uncharacteristically agrees to go hunting with the locals, he is completely out of his element.
So, you're a man at one with nature.
Yeah, I could not be more at one with nature. I do Coachella every year.
By his own admission, the closest he's gotten to such an event is Elton John's annual hunt, where the focus was eating, not killing.
You ever killed before?
Have I ever killed before? No. Elton John used to have an annual hunt at his place in Windsor, but that was more about the lunch.
We can only imagine how lavish and elaborate the lunches must have been. Of course, the Roses went to a lot of fancy parties back when they could be counted among society's elite. Elton John is just one name among many others for them.
It's a little bit funny.
For instance, Moira once tells the Jazzagals about the festivities she and Johnny took part in at the Castros.
John and I used to attend Eyes Wide Shut parties at the Castros. Though I'm guessing your evening's activities might be somewhat different.
It's safe to say this family has seen it all. Number 4, Harry Styles. When Alexis has a heart-to-heart with Twyla about her relationship with Ted, we learn this isn't the first time distance has impacted her romantic life. Apparently, she once moved to England to be with heartthrob Harry Styles.
Do I leave everything behind and move to some random island to be with the love of my life? I did that with Harry Styles, and England was like too rainy.
It didn't quite work out between them, but he's not the only British chap Alexis has been with.
And I'm well aware I write too many songs about you.
The time she spent with actor Tom Hardy really comes in handy when the family's trying to solve the clues in an escape room during David and Patrick's bachelor party.
I've used the clues to turn the dials on the flashlight, and it spells out England. So, thanking my weekend with Tom Hardy, England is here.
We wonder what other famous English boyfriends she's had.
And I don't want to brag, but Us Weekly once described me as up for anything.
Number 3, Puff Daddy, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Maria Shriver, and Peter Bogdanovich.
It's a party about unity and love and just celebration of life.
Johnny wants to make Christmas special despite the family's financial situation, but he has a hard time getting everyone on board. Moira is even ready to skip buying a tree.
I've had enough waking hours for one day.
As he reminds her of holidays where they would do what she wanted, viewers are treated to a series of name drops.
You know, in the old days, I stood by your side no matter how you wanted to spend the holidays. Whether it was heading to Miami for Puff Daddy's poolside white party or that uncomfortable tree trimming at Arnold and Maria's.
From partying with Puff Daddy to Christmas tree lightings with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Maria Shriver to Moira confusing Peter Bogdanovich with PETA, their plans were elaborate.
How about the night you wore your fur coat to the PETA Christmas fundraiser?
I heard Peter fundraiser. Bogdanovich loved a mink.
Well, I'd love it if you could just be a little more on board with all of this.
Interestingly, wearing fur to a PETA benefit isn't the only time Moira struggled with a charity event. She once recalls the time Eva Longoria dropped out of a benefit where they were supposed to perform together.
Eva Longoria and I were supposed to perform our ventriloquist act for the Everybody Knows benefit for juvenile rhinoplasty when she suddenly drops out due to exhaustion.
Number 2, Beyoncé. The moment Alexis tells Ted that she actually never finished high school is a big revelation. Yet the best part of the story is how, as a result, she met the inimitable Beyoncé.
Because I didn't finish high school.
Oh.
I know. It's so embarrassing. I never should have taken that semester off. But I did meet Beyoncé in Mykonos, so it was almost worth it.
And that meeting in Greece is but one of many stories she has. It's no secret that Alexis Rose has had more adventures in her life than any of us could ever hope to experience.
I once planned Megan Fox's bachelorette on this tiny island off the coast of Montenegro where nothing is illegal. Like, nothing.
There's the time she planned Megan Fox's bachelorette party, her brush with Vin Diesel, and even a trip on David Geffen's yacht that ended with her as a hostage.
Do I have to remind you of the time that I was taken hostage on David Geffen's yacht by Somali pirates for a week and nobody answered my texts?
I had just had my eyelashes dyed. Everything was cloudy.
We would definitely watch a prequel about Alexis's life.
Yeah, that was fun, but maybe we can start telling some stories about someone else who was naked and crying.
Okay, fine, but I think everyone here has already heard about my Vin Diesel adventure.
It's thanks to Moira Rose that I shall henceforth exclusively be referring to John Cougar Mellencamp as JCM. But who in the pantheon of Rose family acquaintances beats out the likes of Beyoncé and Jared Leto? Let's check out some honorable mentions, and then we'll see the top celebrity name drop on Schitt's Creek. The Pussycat Dolls. Alexis Rose was almost part of a girl group.
I've never been in a musical before. Although I did have a cousin who was in Riverdance until she got trampled.
Yeah, I was one of the original Pussycat Dolls, but it only lasted like 2 weeks because apparently I'm too pretty.
Ashley Tisdale. Moira and Tisdale as co-stars.
Alexis, this is exciting. We have our very own digital soapbox here. It reminds me of the Nickelodeon pilot I did in which Ashley Tisdale and I played suffragettes.
You remember, you go girl.
Martha Stewart. We would love to see her Hampton home.
I actually think this place is kind of cute.
Did you say cute? No, Alexis. Martha Stewart's Hampton home is cute.
Jodie Foster. Moira has some legendary friends.
Oh, David. Is it all right if I don't watch Panic Room with everyone tonight? Joe Foster once screened it for me privately, and I would like to keep that memory safe.
It's an escape room, followed by a really sad reception, and everyone will be participating. Thank you so much.
Condoleezza Rice and Sharon Stone. Moira Rose knows how to party.
I never pegged you for a gambling kind of gal, Moira.
Oh, I'm not above a naughty night of debauchery. When Condi Rice and Sharon Stone and I used to make our annual casino sojourn to Ho Chi Minh City, well, let's just say, doi kong bao zhe dui.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Zac Efron. Like we said, Alexis Rose has had quite the dating history.
Everything that you guys are talking about sounds like a really, entertaining but far-fetched TV show.
Who among us wasn't jealous when she revealed that she used to be able to get Zac Efron to come see her anytime she wanted?
I used to text Zac Efron just like a question mark whenever I wanted a booty call. Poor thing would be buzzing my apartment before I even pressed send.
But her romantic exploits don't end there. Let's not forget that she once got set up with Leonardo DiCaprio.
Are you sure you want to be traveling so far out of town with the person you just met?
I went on a blind date to Bali with Leo, so I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be fine.
Plus, David recalls how she once dated all the Hanson brothers at the same time.
When has that ever stopped you? I remember that summer you dated all 3 Hanson brothers.
This is different. I no longer need backstage passes to the Teen Choice Awards.
Or how about the fact that she managed to make things work long distance with Josh Hartnett for a while, thanks to the power of technology?
What about long distance? I once maintained a successful semi-committed text relationship with Josh Hartnett while he was shooting Pearl Harbor.
Alexis, I appreciate your creative problem solving, but I wouldn't stay.
Needless to say, Alexis has a star-studded list of ex-boyfriends, and we're honestly impressed.
Just a reminder that we were limiting this list to just celebrity name drops where the Roses claimed to have actually known the people. Otherwise, we probably could have made a top 100. So, did your favorite celebrity name drop make the list? Would you keep a sweater gifted to you by Jared Leto? Be sure to let us know in the comments. Or come tell me on Twitter or Instagram at Rebecca Brayton, or on my YouTube channel. See ya!